Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Blacklight, which is a new Mark Williams, Liam Neeson combination, because let's just look at this real quick. So we got Blacklight, Honest Thief was a collaboration between the two of them, which I liked a decent amount. And then Mark Williams was an executive, was a producer on The Marksman. I thought that was fine. Felt like it was like that easily could have been Clint Eastwood if that movie was made like 10, 15 years ago. A producer on Ozark, producer on The Accountant, Cop Shop. So like Mark Williams is obviously in that place of like, I'm going to make these these action thrillers that are like borderline, like almost could have wind up on VOD, but still going to get that theatrical release. And you have Liam Neeson playing Travis Block. What a name. That just sounds like it would be some kind of government operative that Liam Neeson would play in a movie. Because it is. And you have this story. It's a very convoluted thriller here. Because, like, basically the gist of this is Liam Neeson is this contracted guy who works for the FBI, specifically the head of the FBI, played by Aidan Quinn, who he has this connection with, definitely a dark past with. And, you know, he does this thing for years where he kind of like extracts people or messes with people, but murder's not on the menu. Almost, I just add, like, loose quote of almost an exact quote from this movie where it's just like, yeah, this is an action thriller starring Liam Neeson. And he has this job, and he's roped into this whistleblower agent who wants to blow this all up. And of course, there's a reporter played by Emmy Raver-Lampman, who's from Umbrella Academy, who wants to blow it up too and wants to go to the press after this really... The movie starts with like this young, attractive female politician who's really going to change things, who gets hit by a car mysteriously. And you're kind of like, something doesn't seem right. And also, is that supposed to be somebody? But anyway, movie doesn't linger onto that too much. And then on top of all of this stuff going on between the whistleblower and the reporter and the head of the FBI, Liam Neeson's Travis Block just wants to settle down and be a better grandfather than he was a husband and father. And you know, you have skeptical daughter, who is skeptical daughter and makes skeptical comments about her father who she doesn't trust, and to do the right thing. And you know, that's a very thankless job in this movie. The granddaughter though has a fun job of being cute, and she is cute. And there's some moments where it's like, this is a very serious film. Like, this is a serious thriller. There's not a whole lot of humor, but you know, you have like Liam Neeson being tough guy Liam Neeson, and like that works. He's doing his thing. And you have this moment where he gets his granddaughter a taser and he just starts chuckling and like, what the F, man? And like, that's like the one piece that I remember from this movie that was definitely trying to be funny. And it's just like, I don't know. I think your daughter's right about you. That's pretty obvious though. And you know, there's some interesting visual storytelling choices of like how the camera moves and reacts and the effects added in when like tension is rising, stress is rising, because very loosely do they throw out a comment that Liam Neeson might deal with obsessive compulsive disorder. And it's just like, we're just gonna like fling that in there. And because like he has to say something 3 times in his head or something like that. And like the effects that they do to represent that, it's interesting. It adds some visual intrigue to the film that like generally is just like a pretty straightforward action thriller. And so was Honest Thief, to be perfectly honest. But like this is a mystery that has no mystery. You know from the very second, like, I know exactly who the bad guy is here. I'm not going to say it, but honestly, I probably could say it, and you all probably could have guessed by just watching the first 10 minutes of this movie. But like, Liam Neeson's doing his Liam Neeson thing. Aidan Quinn is just like, you could tell what he's doing. And like, Raver-Lampman does a fine job. There's some exciting, thrilling moments. They're sporadically thrown out in this hour and 47-minute film, and like, there's not as much like thrills as you might expect in this movie. There's some terrible effects though. He blows up a boat at the beginning of the film, and my God, that fire looks fake as hell. But the family storyline here I felt was really weak and really cliche and just really underwritten and not very interesting, besides the fact that like his granddaughter's really cute. But this just feels like another one. This could just filed away, and like this just feels like another Liam Neeson thriller that doesn't do anything fresh or interesting. But you know, if you enjoy Liam Neeson being a tough guy named Travis Block, then I think you'll enjoy this one. But those are my thoughts on Blacklight. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.